Today, we're going to talk about why we take pride in being a perfectionist and also how this is actually the worst you can do if you're trying to create permanent change. And if you're new here, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and grab the bell while you're down there so you know when a new video is dropped. I'm Camilla and I'm a clinical dietitian and a binge and emotional eating coach. And I'm also the founder of Wholehearted Transformation, the program for releasing emotional eating and weight loss struggle because you deserve to feel your best and getting the results you're dreaming of. I talk with very many women every week who will call themselves a perfectionist. And the thing is that if someone's calling themselves a perfectionist, that has actually turned out to be some kind of status symbol for having a high standard when we're talking with others today. However, if someone comes along and calls themselves a perfectionist, I know that there's a very different story going on the inside. And the thing is, if you identify yourself as being a perfectionist, you're setting yourself up for failure again and again, because perfectionism creates an impossible standard and you will never be able to reach perfection in anything. So you're actually training yourself to go through your everyday life never reaching your fullest potential and never being able to deliver on anything and feeling that it's accomplished and good enough. Because with perfectionism, you have a constant inner dialogue where you're asking yourself, what else is wrong? What else isn't good enough? What else can I be judged for? And your brain will find the answers to the questions you ask yourself. And therefore, you will accumulate experiences of how you're never doing things good enough. And equally, you actually lose faith in yourself and you lose hope that you will ever reach your goals because all you ever find is failure. And in the same time, you become more and more anxious and afraid of making mistakes because these mistakes always confirms that you are a failure, right? And you may even procrastinate a lot because you're so afraid of failing, because this again confirms that you're a failure, that actually you're ending up struggling to get things done until last minute because you have started to associate the process of doing something with misery and getting your own failures confirmed. And this leads you into a pattern of procrastinating, and then you reach into full-blown panic, doing things in the last minute, putting out fires, or maybe you barely finish anything at all. And this, of course, leads you to feeling like things are not good enough. And again, you don't feel you're in control. And subconsciously, this means you're never doing things good enough. Equally, you are a failure. And this is a very bad feeling to carry with you on the inside throughout your days. Perfectionism is about several things, but mainly it's about how we have merged results and the quality we produce in life with our self-worth. And not only that, we are reaching for an illusion. The illusion that if we do things perfectly, we won't be judged or we won't fail, and then we will be good enough. However, the problem here is that this strategy backfires every single time because there's always something we can improve in everything we do. We will always find answers to what else could be done, what else isn't good enough, what else might be wrong, what can I be judged for? Because if we look at things critically this way, we will find something, always. So, if you consider yourself being a perfectionist and you feel like you have really high standards, but in the same time you feel like you don't believe in yourself because you never feel good enough, then all you have done is simply trained your brain to engage in structured self-torment because you consistently find things that's not good enough about yourself, about your performances, your qualities, etc. So, when is it time to say enough is enough? When is it time to walk a new path and try a different strategy to get the results you're dreaming of? Because one thing is certain. When you act from perfectionism, your quality of life and your experiences in life are directly affected by this pattern. And It's so often that we call ourselves perfectionists, and the thing is that it's not only one area this uh, applies to. Very often different areas in your life is affected as well, because this strategy tends to bleed out into other areas when we walk through life. So to be able to break free from these patterns, you need to have a solution that covers every area of your life. And it is both about changing your relationship to yourself as well as changing the strategies you use to go through your everyday. And you need to reprogram your brain to have high standards instead of actually having no standard at all. So, if you're ready to be a little brave and becoming really good at living with high quality of life, feeling calmness and in control of your life, then you are most welcome to check out my free mini course to learn more about how these things affect your health, your habits, and your mindset in everyday life. The link is in the notes below. So that's it for today, and if there's anything you want me to make a video about, please drop it in the comments, and I look forward to see you next time.